Oh, hello everyone. Hello, I didn't see you there. This is Steve. I'm going to graph a parabola today. Thank you for joining me. So here's our quadratic. The first thing we'll observe is that we've got this negative sign in front of the x squared. It's actually -1, but the point is it's a negative number. So that means that this parabola is going to be opening down. Also, just like every quadratic and its associated parabola, our domain is going to be -infinity to infinity. Now, one thing that's tricky to find when our parabola is in this form is the vertex. It does require a little bit of work. So to find our vertex, we're going to use the formula -b over 2a. So our b is -4, so we actually have -4. Our a is -1, so we have 2, -1. 4 over -2, -2. Now it seems like after all that, that should be our vertex, but that's not our vertex. That's just the x value of the vertex. You want to get the entire vertex, which is an ordered pair, and you do want to do that. You take that x value and you plug it back into the original function, which is just riddled with these negative signs everywhere, so we got to be very, very careful with our parentheses. Hey everyone, you crunch that out, you're going to get a 9. All right, so that's just the y value. So what's the vertex? The vertex is both of those in an ordered pair. So the vertex is actually going to be -2, 9. There's your vertex. And now, since we have our vertex, we get two other things pretty quickly after that. One of them is going to be your axis of symmetry. Your axis of symmetry is just going to be x equals, because it's a vertical line, whatever the same x value was in the vertex, in this case, -2. So we get our axis of symmetry really quickly here. The range, we can get that by looking at the direction our parabola opens and our vertex. You see, this particular parabola is going to go down forever. So the range is going to be -infinity up to some number, up to the vertex, up to the y value of the vertex, because we're doing range. So the high value is 9. So we got our domain and our range now. We also have our axis of symmetry. Now we have to find the zeros to see if there's any x-intercepts on this, and I believe there should be. So let's go ahead and find our zeros. All right, I'm going to need my equation, -x² minus 4x plus 5 equals 0. And one of the best ways to find zeros, if you can do it, is to factor. Now, some people might think this is next to impossible to factor because of that -x². But what we can do is we can actually multiply both sides of the equation by -1 and just switch every sign. Then we can factor this thing with an x plus 5 and an x minus 1. Now remember, 5 and -1 are not your zeros. Your zeros are actually -5 and +1. And since those are real numbers, our x-intercepts are -5, 0, and 1, 0. And that should be enough. The x-intercepts along with the y-intercept. Do we have a y-intercept yet? Oh no, we've got the y-intercept. Let's get the y-intercept up here. How do you find a y-intercept, everyone? You find a y-intercept by plugging a 0 into the function. So we plug a 0 into this original equation up here. So h of 0 will actually zero out everything except for the final number, which is 5. So our y-intercept is 0, 5. Okay. Now we've got our x-intercepts, our y-intercept, our vertex. We're ready to draw a graph. So let's do it. All right, got our grid ready to go. Let's sketch our graph. Vertex, -2, 9. Okay, way up there. All right, y-intercept, 0, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. X-intercepts, -5, 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And +1, 0, right there. This is my axis of symmetry I'm drawing right here. It's kind of nice to draw this because we can see that our x-intercepts are both 3 units away, but our y-intercept, which is 2 units away, should have a friend on the other side. So the y-intercept was at 0, 5, but it has to have a mirror image point over here, which is actually -4, 5. So we get that point for free. And this should be enough for us to sketch a graph. So a nice clean cup up here. Come on down. Come on down. And there, everyone, is our parabola. So using all the information we found up here, a lot of it there, we're able to draw the graph. All right, I really hope that helped. Thanks for watching.